The issue of confidentiality is very important, and we always assume that whatever we discuss with our physicians, especially our psychiatrists, is confidential, but this is not necessarily the case. There are certain situations where confidentiality must be breached. However, certain situations do have special protection, like HIV status and substance abuse history. But let's discuss the issues where confidentiality will be breached. And when you do breach confidentiality, always remember that you must notify the patient that this is being breached. For example, anything that's happening during an emergency and you need to get information, patient comes into the hospital, severe suicide attempt. Can you speak to the family without the patient saying anything? Yes, because this is an emergency and we need information, so that's an appropriate breach. Patient tells you that they allow you to talk to members of their family or insurance companies, then that is also an appropriate breach. When treatment team members talk about patients, that is also considered appropriate because those treatment team members are considered in the same circle of confidentiality. So therefore, you all have to abide by the same rules of confidentiality. If you get a judicial subpoena, then you are expected to appear in court, but because of the ethical guidelines, you shouldn't say anything regarding the patients. However, if the patients approve this, then of course you can go ahead and say whatever the judge asks you. Now, there are certain instances when we're dealing specifically with danger to others that special rules apply, and this is specifically the Tarasov case. The Tarasov case was when two individuals were dating and they break up. One of the individuals, the male, goes to a therapist and tells the therapist that he is going to kill Tatiana Tarasov. The therapist becomes concerned, writes a memo, sends it to the campus police. They pick him up, they interview him, and they let him go. Several months later, she is dead. Her family then sues the University of California Board of Regents, and as a result, you have the Tarasov ruling. Ruling number 1, duty to warn, and ruling number 2, duty to protect. So what does this mean? This means that anybody, any patient who tells you specifically that they are going to harm someone, 3 things must occur. Number 1, you must detain the individual. Number 2, you must notify the victim. And number 3, you must notify the police. And ideally, the best one to have occur would be number 1, detain the individual.